Detroit Lions. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got him in, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It's a gain of 34.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. The Lions at 4-10 now on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
It's 3rd and 7.
Looking to throw. Pryor.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
John Johnson with the INT.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for KC. 64 yards.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Chiefs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
From the 6.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they... And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
We got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the touchdown.
A great effort there. 33 yards.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 21-0.
Chiefs 21, Lions nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So first and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Pryor. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Looking to throw on second down. Pryor. Got a man, that's Ward. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19. 23 yards the pickup there.
So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll get this down only to the 18. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
That one complete. He finds Sharp. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's good for the Lions.
Here's Swift. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1.
Lions, nothing.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time to Swift. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, you'd have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'd say they learned from his costly red zone pick earlier in the game, because this time he puts the throw away from where any defender can make a play on it. Unfortunately, he also sailed it over his intended target, and that doesn't work out well either.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mahomes. He's got Burton here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Hands it off out of the gun, and he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Blocked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 18.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And some room to work. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 27-yard line.
60 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Sharks got it left side. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They go play fake. Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now here's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for Burton, and he's got it. And he's going to be out
down inside the 20 at the 15. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
28, Lions 6. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Throwing on first down. Pryor. Open man right side is Shark. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Doesn't matter whether it's zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
A final shot before break. Pryor, he's airing it out for Williams. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game. Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible, let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll be stopped at the 28. On a play that started at the 14, they pick up 14.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Going across the middle, and Valdez-Scantling has it. And the Lions are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling from 3 yards out. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes, it's not about what's called from the sideline, it's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Derek Barnes. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. They'll look to throw.
And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of the play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be measured revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And he will have the Chiefs first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Burton. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On play action, it's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, Mahomes. And this is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They'll get 34 yards there.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning to...
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
Mahomes to throw once more. It's Kelsey on the ground.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, You know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame him?
Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards that time for number 19. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by John Johnson.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Curtis.
And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now Mahomes. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He can only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight end.
He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown, Detroit. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 36 yards.
And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Jack Fox, the kickoff for the Lions.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last two drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback and a break.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of it.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
That was Justin Reed, the safety, who got to the quarterback.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
On the move, he rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Lions will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
That's good for the Lions. First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard
On 1st and 10, Pryor finding Williams once more, complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
2nd down and 3.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And now here is another interception.
And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both.
And now off to the races down the right side. A little costly there. You wipe out the 1st down. You also move further back.
No doubt about it. So you went from moving the sticks to them staying in the same spot, except for that one guy carrying the yard marker. He moves back farther.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
He's got room at the 30.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Mahomes going to throw it here. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Chiefs up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
56. Lions 28. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out?